Welcome to the Windows Computer and Technology channel. And I get from time to time people that ask me if, Windows on ARM is still the thing. And it is definitely still a thing. But we don't talk about it much. We talked about it a little bit. In some cases, people end up with a Windows version that is running on ARM. And, it's fine if you're doing simple things or simple tasks. But rapidly people come back to me and say, well, I'm getting I can't install, apps, I can't install Chrome, I can't do this, I can't do that. And the reason is simple. It's because you're running on a different platform. So by default, most of us are running, and when we buy a PC, we're running off, Intel or AMD CPUs or x86 or x64 versions. These are compatible versions. This is what a PC is since the beginning, running on a platform or a chipset and CPUs that are all compatible with each other, except that they advance in technology over time. One of the things that that people have a hard time with is, of course, the fact that ARM processors right now running Windows on ARM, either Windows 10, Windows 11 version on ARM, are all incompatible with most of what we do because they aren't running in the same way. The underlying code is different. Now, there's a report coming out that says that Windows 12 might be actually the first version to really have a competitive and equivalent to what Apple is doing with its Apple line of processors now, which are, of course, moving away from Intel, going towards their own ARM-style development. They are made by Apple themselves. But if you look, they are all compatible with the older, the software that you want to use. So they're powerful enough to be able to emulate in a good way, the underlying code so that all software can run. And this is what's missing in the ARM versions of Windows, is that compatibility of being able to run compatible software from Intel or what we call x64 versions. Now, Windows 12 would be coming out with a dedicated ARM version that would actually also possibly have dedicated CPU. So that means a ARM, and they're working with developers and with partners, which means maybe Qualcomm in some way, possibly, in designing not only a good ARM chip for Windows 12. Windows 12 will have a special ARM version, but also that same CPU, that same ARM CPU that would run the Windows would also have integrated, hardware that would enable it to use AI. So it would have neural processing capabilities, making it even more powerful, which means that what they're trying and what the report says is that for the first time, Windows could be in a ARM competitive way that will enable you to even run x64 software and emulation without really a slowdown or a performance hit. That could be a big game changer for the future of Windows, because that means we might, for the first time, be able to buy a computer that is not running on Intel or AMD. It's running on either a Qualcomm or some ARM processor, which is a different type of processor, but not worry about, I can't do what I want because half of the software doesn't work anymore. The compatibility isn't there. So we'll see what happens with that, but it seems that it's something that is being planned to come out together, the ARM chips and Windows 12 also. This is going to be an interesting thing to look at, and who knows, that could spark new directions into the PC world also, where we're not tied to the x64 architecture anymore. We finally could buy a PC that has a different processor and still be compatible with what we use. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.